Every day I need the burudi of Jesus. Every day I need the burudi of Jesus. Cause he is good, yes, he good. Abide in me, and I shall abide in you. Oh, too tight. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Thank you for that good like. Carlin, oh, how are you doing? How are you doing, Carlin, today? Continue. How are you doing today? Me, I'm good, Carlin. I'm doing very fine. What about you? Enter code. Me, I'm doing very, very fine. I don't feel, I'm not feeling well today. Oh, sorry for that. Sorry for that, and may you have quick recovery. Sorry for that, and may you have quick recovery. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you good people for joining. Let's like the live and let me know where you are joining from, and I'm going to appreciate guys. Carlin, quick recovery. Quick recovery. May you feel well. When you come back tomorrow, you know, we wish you the best, and you shall feel well. Thank you guys for joining. Let me know how you are feeling on this good Saturday. On my side, I'm doing well, I'm doing good, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful, guys. I'm grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful for that. My token still crying, still making a lot of background noise. You know, nowadays I'm consuming a lot of tokens, and don't know. Every time it's making noise. Every time they are making noise, I recharge them. After the third day, you know, after the third day, whoo, they are all gone, and they start making the same noise. Kalen is saying, what is the story for today? Yeah, the story for today, ipe chakula inahitaji. Oh, I have given it more than enough, but it's still making some noise. Last time, Ozalada Musa Monica. Musa, manzi uko aje? Musa, uko aje leo manzi? And thank you so much for joining. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to this platform, guys, I'm really, beseeching you guys to subscribe. Musa, niko fiti. Musa, area ni gani? Area code Musa ni gani? It's eating, but it is not getting full current. The tokens, they are making us to to keep on giving it a lot of food, but at the end of the day it's not feeling so full. So sometimes you just have to leave it just like that, so that you can see if it's going to reduce that noise. Musa, area code ni gani? Area code ni gani? 840-651. 840-651. Too many requests. Yeah, Musa, manzi, mtu ananunua tokens after a day or two, is still making the same noise. Me, I'm not understanding. Karen, me, I'm not understanding this Kenya anymore. It's becoming so complicated. Sasa unafanyanga nini? Mimi manze Musa, mi huuza hizi mavitu za electricals and electronics. But I'm also, alongside I also do some other things. Yeah? Alongside I also do some other things. There are a lot of things to do, Musa. But kama saa hii niko kwa my shop Musa. So hii nawauzia my electricals, my electronics hivi. Hii mtaa inaitwa Bangu, Kariobangi South. Do you know that area, Musa? Musa, do you know that area? Kariobangi South. Which area Musa are you in? Uko area gani, Mr. Musa? Oh, Kasa manzi, wasiwa Kasa. Uogopi tukustalk. No, you can stalk me. I have no problem. You can stalk me. Me, I'm a very dynamic guy. Yeah. So Karen, hiyo siwezi jari sana. So Musa, so uko Kasa. That's so fine. At least for the first time I have seen you on this platform. And Musa, my friend, you give me that subscription na pia usubscribe ya mlebo hapa tunamuita Karen Jep Kilu. You subscribe to her platform, and thank you guys for the likes. I don't know why this phone sometimes is though it's charging. I think that's the reason, because I used to be so black. Now I have seen that okay, now it's good. Yeah, stalkers are very, very dangerous. I have seen the kind of stalking that is ongoing online, guys. Between this guy, anaitwa Muramu ama anaitwa nani? The Muramu and the wife. And that stalking, guys, is not a good thing. Imagine stalking. Yes, poa sana. Imagine stalking someone that you have been with, someone that you have made love with, and someone maybe you have a kid with, and at the end of the day you are exposing their things via the internet. Yeah. Those guys, Karen, those guys. That one can, that one can really give you a very negative, social perception about who you are. So I would not really love such kind of stalking. That one is so extreme. Imagine, especially when you are a lady and The guy is trying to give all your details, and then on the other hand, the lady is given about a lot of details about HIV and something. Yeah. You see, at the end of the day, maturity is so important, because I don't think, if you are a reasonable person, you should be focusing on stalking others. There is one thing that I always say: uh, let things be. If maybe, guys, you are not meant to be, call it a day. Call it a day. But don't go with a lot of bad. Yeah, very true. Wallah, you are very right. Yeah, that kind of stalking, I think it's being childish. If you're in a relationship and at the end of the day, probably you may realize it can never work. Me, I'm going just to call it a day. I'm just going to call it a day, and we move on to other things. Because first of all, you cannot stalk your first wife, then you marry the second wife, and then you are not even satisfied. You are going for a third wife and some other girlfriends, and you are still behaving in the same way. Yeah, Karen, that's how things should be. Tukiachana, let everyone live their life, and let us live in peace. Hmm? Let us live in peace. What we did, let it be history, because we did it with you. So let it stay in those archives. Let it stay in our memory archives. But I have seen the kind of nasty, even though we are talking about this element of being, they are called themselves public celebrities. Even if you want to have a lot of publicity, I don't think that one is the positive publicity. You know, there are so many guys who realize at the end of the day that their relationships cannot work, and all they have to do is just to quit, and you quit quietly. You quit quietly, because remember, this relationship, there is a kid, or there are three kids in it, and therefore any negative thing that you do, remember that one day, one time, those kids, they are going to grow up, and they know the kind of nonsense that you used to do. Justo bro, hi sasa, mambo Justo, uko aje leo? Shule ilikuwa aje Justo? Oh, today it is on Saturday. Justo today you doesn't go to. Yeah, I heard that he sent to her parents. Very true, which was very mature of him. That one was not a good thing. That one is, even though you want to become, the public figure at the end of the day, with a lot of negative issues, that is not the way to do it. And I always pity these guys who God have really given the space to influence others, but instead of influencing others positively, they are acting with a lot of immaturity. Similarly, just like our politicians, God has given you a very good position, a position to serve others. But in terms of, instead of serving others, you are going there with a lot of issues. You are going there with a lot of issues, thinking that people can't do away with you. That's not the approach. It's always about, even in that position, uh, kindly make that position to be so critical, to an extent that you just do something and leave the stage. Because in our culture, we always say that even those guys, the old guys who today can sit down and watch others dancing, there was a time they were young and they used to dance. And so Don't think that you are teaching them maybe a new rhythm on how to dance. They did those things a long time ago. And so if maybe we are in any position, maybe to influence others or to act in a certain way, positivity should be our motive. But these other things about you said and this and that, to that one is so immature, and it portrays a very very bad image. Justo maneno iko namna gani? I don't want to say some of the words because we have in this channel. What I love this channel about is we always have a lot of kids, and I love kids. Every time they come to this platform, I always feel so fine. But if you hear a man, he has done something bad to her wife, if you date him, he will just treat you the same way because you are not that special. That's very true. That's very true. We have those typical kind of a man, and it's not all about soul searching. Others, their heart are so empty to an extent that they always see everyone as the standard. They always see everyone standard. And the essence of life. What I believe in about life is all about creating space for others. So if today, for instance, I'm in love or I'm in a relationship with a certain woman, I should, and it's my obligation, to treat her in the most special way, in such a way that she can also see that she's being treated in a very unique way. But if I don't do that and I keep treating everyone just the same like her, oh, I'm telling you that relationship is not going anywhere. That relationship cannot go anywhere. So the secret is very simple. Treat others special in a special way, that they feel that they belong. That they feel that you are not there by mistake. You are not there by mistake, but they feel that you are there because you have a certain purpose. But if you see everyone just like a stranger, then you are not going to value that moment that you are having with someone that you say that he or she is close to you. So it's always good to understand the limits, and sometimes there are some things, sorry, that can never be fixed. I agree. Yeah, sometimes if we ruin some things, then we should as well as forget to fix them. We should as well as forget to fix them, because there are some things that you cannot really fix. And one of the greatest things that people always underestimate, and something that you can never fix, is all about your reputation, or it's all about your image. Because I always believe that your image is so important, to an extent that if you want me to see you, to be a unique person or to be a special person, then act in such a special way. But if you keep doing the same mistakes over and over again, then that kind of special treatment that you'd love others to give onto you is not going to come. So the entire shenanigan being projected by the two celebrities, I don't think that's a better way of solving your lenience. That's like solving the dirty linen in the public, in the name of trying to gain some fame. That one is so foolish and so stupid. So it's all about, imagine to be a Salan. Oh, hello, how are you? Last time, guys, you came, and unfortunately, my life ended because our power, our area power just we went blackout, guys. So I couldn't come back because power came after maybe it came after 1.5 hours later. So I couldn't, I couldn't be able to rejoin because I knew all of you guys you had already gone. So power went. It is also beeping today. Yeah. This one for mine, it's all because I'm using a lot of lights. I always use a lot of lights. But this one, it was not this one. It was now the main supply in our area. Yeah, the main supply in our area. It just went. The blackout just went out abruptly. And once the power goes on, you don't have the Wi-Fi. You don't have, you cannot even charge. You cannot even charge your phone. So it becomes tricky to come back. No, mostly we don't have. Like me, I don't have. Me, I always, what can I say? I always rely the power from the grid. Yeah, from the, but for the backups, you find that most of the people that use the backups maybe in the institutions. I can't go live, it has been disabled. What happened, Kalen? What happened? No one even cares about them on social media. They just want to hear the gist stories. Keep Yaden, yo. What's up, Keep Yaden? Jaden, what's up, man? What's up, man? How are you doing today? How are you doing this good Saturday? So, Asalana, I was saying that most of the guys that use the backup, maybe the institutions like the schools, like the hospitals, maybe the government institutions, but for us, mainly who are in business, we don't use the backup. What for? It's not giving us the value. Yeah, so you find and we have this kind of a trend in our country that having power blackouts is one of the common things that you are used to. So show me your son. Unfortunately, he doesn't even come in this shop, so most of the times I'm always alone. But I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. I'll come live maybe when I am in the house rather than here. I don't know, I was just live and it ended abruptly. You can install small UPS for 15 minutes use. Yeah. Now UPS, I think UPS can do, but yeah. But now you see the UPS, it will be good if I have maybe like computers that I'm learning, but I just have my laptop and my phone. And my laptop, if it's fully charged, then I can use it for 4 hours. Okay. So Kalen, maybe you try to add the live, or you try to refresh maybe your phone, and you see if probably it's going to accept to get you back to to life. I think that should be the way. Keep Jaden, where are you coming from? Are you still here? Keep Jaden. Sometimes I talk too much until I lose some focus. But never mind, guys. I'm always here. Keep Jaden. I'm good, bro. What about you, and which country are you representing? Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I remember those times that when electricity was really a problem, most of the people used to use the UPS, for the power backup. But Nowadays the power is, I can say it's more stable, but there is a time that we really used to have a lot of issues. Hi Jaden, nimeogopa kukuita ki. Show me outside shop how it looks. Okay, that one I can do because, but don't worry, most of the guys here have really closed their shops. Yes. And this one is already closed. Just your movie. Yeah, I saw it and it got lost. I saw it and it got lost. Nauza nini? Nauzaje? Ya bao ni gani? Asi ni dogo sana. Ya 50 ni gani? Hiyo ni ya? Uko na hii ya bao ya 50? Hizi za bao na hii naona hii ni ya pilipili ama? Hizo ni za bao. So nichukue hii ya pilipili na yenye si ya pilipili. Sawa, si hiyo iko sawa. Unajituma kabisa. Kutoka Burundi. Kazi iko aje hapa Kenya? Ni polepole tu. Leo unaweza pata pesa hapa. Sasa nyinyi mna make pesa sana kutoka Burundi. Sasa ukirudi huko kwenyu sasa wewe uko sawa, wewe ni tajiri kabisa. Hapana. Nakwambia pesa haipo. Pesa haipo. Kuna wakati pesa inakuaga? Lakini. Unaona Said kwa wengi. Ati mko wengi, si ndio na nyinyi mnafanya kazi? Na unajua pesa ya Kenya iko na nguvu sana kuliko ya Burundi. Si ndio ama ni uongo? Sio uongo lakini. Sio uongo. Uko na 10? Ama niongezee ingine nipelekee mtoto. Sawa. Yenye haina pilipili. Sasa nimepromote kazi kabisa. Sawa. Hata unafaa unipe discount. Unafaa unipe discount. Haina shida. Asante. Sawa, nimeshukuru. Okay. So guys, I have promoted that young man. He is not a Kenyan, but I love those guys. They come all the way from Burundi, to come and hustle in this nation. I always give them a lot of credit, a lot of credit. They do a lot of job. And what I love about the Burundians guys, they are very cool. They are very, very cool guys. They are very cool. Asalan is asking why most of such a very nice person. Yeah. Burundians are very good. They are not violent. Yeah, these ones they call them creeps here. No, they call them creeps. So one is costing about $2. Let me just quote in terms of dollars. $2. Not even $2. I think because $2 is about 200. So about let me say $0.2. I think so. Less than a dollar. Yeah, that should be the correct statement. Less than a dollar. Burundians are very, very hardworking, and they have really penetrated in this nation. So Burundian, Asalan, they are guys from other nation, and they just come in this nation to do their business. That's what they do. And like that guy is very young, you can see that probably he has not yet gone to school, but he has risked it all, come to this nation to do some business. So that is it. So they are always very, very hardworking. Mostly I always find them, even selling at about 10 p.m. So most of the shops, Asalan, as I was saying, in this area they are closed. In this market, most of them are saloons, others kuna wenye wako na pesa asking for a friend. Those guys are very hardworking. I have a lot. I have like 4 guys. 3 of them sells coffee, and now this young man sells these things, the bajias and the crepes. Yeah. So I can tell that I can tell that Fred who is asking if we have a Burundian in the house who has something, and I can tell that Fred that they are there. We have them. So Asalan, I was saying most of the businesses really focuses on making clothes, tailoring, and hairdressing. So most of them by 7:30 they already closed. They are already closed. I think I'm almost the last person who closes a shop very late from in this market. Yeah, because mostly I close at about 9:30 p.m. Yes, Mr. Zomo. Zile rechargeable. Sina sahi, but 100, 150. Hauna sahi hauna? Zimeisha hizo rechargeable. Okay. Can you connect me with one of them? Yes. I'm going to connect you. Very hardworking guys, all the way from Burundi. Have you ever eaten a samosa? Yeah. Samosa, we always make a lot of samosas here in Kenya. But nowadays, people are getting a very bad habit when making these samosas. That most of them are even making it with, some meat that has not yet been, that has not met the standard, the health standard. Like there is a clip that I was seeing a guy who was, what can I say? Who was making samosas, using some pigs that had really died. And the other pigs that, he was slaughtering, in terms of health-wise, they were not so good. and therefore this exposed to us that we are eating a lot of street food in terms of samosas and mitula. The other things, asalan, that we call mitula, we love them so much. When you talk about our one of the street food that we eat, we have the mayais. These are the eggs. Then we have the metulas. The metulas. I think Kalen can tell us the name of metulas in English. I don't know. And then now we have the samosas. But unfortunately, we are eating some of the meat that have not really, achieved the health standards. That have not really achieved the health standards. So, our health is at stake. Wanaweza niweka soft life. Yeah, but most of them are very fearful about the Kenyan women. They always say, oh, Kenyan women, they love money, something of stuff. I have talked with these young men from Burundi about maybe issues of marriage. I think if that guy is allowed, he'll just come, because there is a guy who always sell coffee for me. He is also from Burundi, but he always say, oh, when it comes to the issue of Kenyan women love a lot of money, and we cannot afford to keep Kenyan women because they really want a lot of money that we can't afford. Now that's where now we are losing the marks. We are losing a lot of marks because they have really related Kenyan women with a lot of money, and they say that your lifestyle, you read this, especially the Kenyan women, is very, very high. You really love soft lives. So, and they don't have the luxury. They don't have the luxury of giving our Kenyan women soft life. So they always opt to come, do their business, and then take money, the offshore, they take money back to their country. That's what most of these Burundi men are doing. But if you really love to have one, the Nigerians, we have a lot of Nigerians too, and Nigerians understand the concept of, keeping our women in terms of soft life. But their businesses, the kind of businesses that they do, they are not always genuine. So maybe if you want one, I can try and look for a Nigerian, and then from there now, maybe you can talk with them and see if we can be able to. A man is to provide, a woman is to support. I agree. That statement is very, very true. You don't want a Nigerian. We have a lot of Nigerian guys. But Nigerians, in terms of their credibility, they have really messed up their name. Because most of them are really focusing on drugs, on the issues of drugs, maybe drug selling, and others are said to be doing some human sacrifices, which is such a scary thing. So when you hear that they are doing some human sacrifices, you also have to learn for your life. You don't want to add some more problem in your life. But we have some good Nigerians men. There are some people that have really dwelled and they have really focused on having so many churches here in Kenya, especially in the CBD. Yeah. Eddie, how are you? How are you doing today, Mr. Eddie? When I read this, This is the guy. Uko aje? Burudi iko aje? Si uniuzie kawa hapa. The guy from Burundi. Na nilikwambia utafute mlebo hapa Kenya. Mlebo hapa Kenya, uache kuzunguka sana. Fine. How is everyone? Everyone is doing good. Everyone is doing good. Anaitwa Siri. We Siri. Yes. Kwanza finya hiyo nini? Finya hiyo itoe maji. Ama si maji ni supu. Hiyo kwenyu, hiyo dimu kwenyu mnaita aje? Tunaita indimu. Indimu. Hiyo ni Kiburudi. Inaongeza ai tu. Inaongeza nini? Tunasema ai, indimu. Indimu. Thank you. Sawa. Can I close here? Yeah, you are. Siku hizi nimesikia hadi unajua Kiingereza. Najaribu kadogo. Tunane Monday. Okay, thank you. Yes? Nige kati. Ni sawa. Ni sawa. Charikin. How are you doing, Charikin? I'm trying to reverse the camera now because my guy is gone. Zenith, nini baya na net yako manzi? It's like buffering. Sijui I don't know what is not happening with my net today. But it's back. It's back, man. It's back. Sharikin, kam nikubaie mtu wangu. You know, masani ya kahawa. Masani ya kahawa manzi. Thank you so much, Eddie. Sorry for the net. I don't know why today it's kind of buffering. But what should I say? It is beyond my control, so I have to work with it the way it is. Kabisa, you know, we have to promote these young men all the way from Burundi, guys. They do a lot of job. Like this man who was here. Umekuwa ukilag. Very true. Sijui kwa nini leo inanifanya hivyo manzi. Na venye leo manzi Zenith umejitolea kujoin after some days. Alafu sasa now imeanza kuhang. Sorry for that. I hope now itakuwa more stable. But iko best. Sawa. Asante sana. Yeah, you always promote these Burundi guys. Yeah, ni vizuri talent to promote, sidio? So that they can feel that they are at home. Yeah, so that they can also feel that they are at home. Even there is a guy who used to, kuniuzia shoes, and he was from Kigali, and he had promised me tutaenda hadi Kigali. You see now the way, I try to connect with these guys. Hadi nimekuwa live, nikaona tu, nikabidi nimetoka live ya. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Na appreciate kabisa manzi. Thank you so much for the love and support. Niliona bado mavida Zenith bado unaziuda kuziuda. Do you know Kalen by the way? Zenith. Have you ever met Karen? Unajua mtu anaweza zunguka siku mzima na hajauza kitu, imagine. Na maybe hapo ndio anategemea rent, maybe supper. Mostly tuseme rent na supper. And you know, for these Burundi guys, most of them, you know, wanafanya job then what they get they send home. Like this young man who was selling me coffee, he tells me that he support the parents and he has some other siblings that he support back at home. So I really have to, you know, anytime that I have a chance, akinipitia tu wana support. So that the good thing now is that hii pesa ikifika now in Burundi, it's good money, because he was like telling me per day he can do like 1,000, and then if now you remove the expenses. Oh, Karen, Zenith bado hajakujua na bado hatujajuana na Karen. Karen, jizungumze. Zenith is here, my long time friend. I had even hustled and sometimes I would end up not selling anything. Yeah, I agree, Karen. Life is so complex. Now Karen is saying hi. And the good thing, Zenith is a YouTuber, Karen is a YouTuber. So guys, you can, you know, subscribe to each other's platform. Karen aliniambia nisiwe nasema platform. Karen, what was the name? Let me connect to you, Zenith. Okay. Yeah, just connect to him. And then sasa on the other hand, Zenith is also very active on social media. He's going to connect back to you. Karen, I agree. Unaweza zunguka the whole day and you haven't sold anything, and you can see now the disappointment. You know, you had all it required for you to get something, but you know, at the end of the day, things do not work out very well. So it's always good to support hawa say wenye uzungusha vitu. In fact, most of the shoes that I have bought, me buy hawa say. Me don't go and shop for a shoe or something of sort. No, hao jamaa tu anakuletea and then akikosa hivyo. And they are very, very appreciative. Yeah, sometimes doing business in Kenya is so tricky. It's very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. Zenith Kalen, he does a lot of gaming. You know, he does a lot of gaming videos. You know, he is an IT guru. He does a lot of gaming, you know, videos. On the other hand, Zenith Kalen is, you know, I can say she is a very good person who really deals with life. You know, she talks about issues, about relationships, about ups and downs. You know, she covers a lot of issues that deals with social welfare, you know, and her job, she if you can listen to her videos, you know, she's doing such an excellent job. She does very, very excellent jobs, very educative videos, and sometimes the videos you can just listen to them and you just have to, you know, to say, yeah, you know, maybe I was once in such type of situation, and I can learn something out of that video. So it's all about learning from each other. I was just viewing her clips. Yeah. She focused more on you know, life and love related stuff. Thank you so much. She is also very, very supportive. Yeah, I agree. And she is also very, very supportive. Very, very supportive. Most of the times, she is always live, maybe in the morning hours or afternoon hours. So if you have a chance, you can get, you can get to her, to one of her live, and maybe you listen to what she's saying. Naona channel yako ina grow. Manze, it is through your support, man. Through your support, guys. Si you know Zenith tulianza tukiwa pale chini. eh? But it's all about your support, guys. Without your support, haiwezi. But I always appreciate guys. Wenyewe mmenifanya nifike 1K. What can I say apart from being appreciative? Lazima ni appreciate manze each and every day. Na pia nikipatana na mavida zenyu, I always do the best. I always watch and I always comment. Yeah, and I really want to also to thank God because God really has brought me a lot of friends wenye wakiingia tu in my lives wana subscribe and others sasa wanabaki as permanent friends. Wanabaki as permanent friends. So is one of the key things that have really made this channel to grow. Si hard work manzi. Ni hiyo tu support yenyu. And then Kalen is back. Kalen Zenith was saying that he has subscribed to your platform. So if you have a chance, also subscribe to his platform, and he is going to appreciate his job. Yeah. Leo niko sawa. Okay, karibu sana. That's another Burundian guy. There are so many. Now that one also specializes with eggs. And guys, one thing that I have realized, with these guys, they just came out from nowhere. They just came out of from nowhere, because initially tulikuwa na wasee wengi wenye walikuwa wametoka Nigeria. Those were the guys. Then from there Masais na wao, the Masais from the TZ now wakakuja wakadominate Kenya. And I can tell you, like in this area we have a lot of Masais. Wengi wanaweka shop, small market. The Masais from Tanzania. And now we have the new kids on the block. Now these Burundian guys, and they are doing such an amazing job. Wanajituma kabisa. Unapata msee and Zeni just making good friend allowed your channel will grow. Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah, Kalen is very supportive, and most of the times utampata ako live maybe during the morning hours ama during the afternoon hivi, and most of the times she is always there for others. That's one thing that I love about Kalen. So anytime anaona someone is live, anakuja kukusupport, which is such a very good thing. So then Zenith is also such kind of a guy. So Kalen, you have also gained another good friend, and siko life tena. You tried. Karen, did you try kutoka and then you log in uone kama ita work? Did it work? Did it work? Or maybe it is happening just like the other day. Oh, maybe just give it some time. I think you can remember that time yenye nilikushow hata yangu, there is a time walinitumia message, oh sijui you can't go live sijui was it for 48 hours or something of such, and then I think they had an issue with their network. Then I just logged out, came back, and it worked. So I think maybe you are experiencing such type of an error. Maybe you are experiencing such type of a problem. So never worry, never worry. Tomorrow in the morning, I'm very sure it will work. Wazungu pia husupport watu sana. Yeah, I love them. I love them. They really do support. They really do support. In fact, at times I always check the geographic view of my videos. Utapata Kenya is leading, US, and then the other countries like the South Africa. I also saw that I have so many guys from India. But initially when I started this channel, the dominating geography was USA. Then from there huwa wana support sana. Yeah, I agree, especially those guys from the US. They have really supported me. In fact, there are some of the videos up to date, the biggest viewers come from the US. And age, they always give me the age. Utapata mostly from 35 to 55, that category. Oh, I'm telling you, those guys can support. So that's the reason why, sometimes we just normalize on using maybe English, so that whenever they join, wanasikia bado we are still there. Yeah, wanasikia bado we are still there. So I have really normalized on the from 35 to 55, those guys really do support. So most of the videos I opted to be doing them using English, so that whenever they meet my video, they are always there. So if maybe you really want to have your fan base, I think kwa wazungu English is the best language. Yeah, they really support those guys, especially the guys that do their content using their language. So wazungu they are there. In fact, I got so shocked kuona wazungu hata wananisupport more than even our neighbors Tanzania. Indians don't really watch my videos. Maybe for me, I think I have some few Indians here and there. But I think I have less than 5 subscribers, if I'm not so long, from TZ. Me, I don't know what happens with Tanzania. Tanzania don't really support our channels. I don't know what is not happening with that. Tanzanians, Ugandans, I don't know. In fact, I haven't, and I have no Tanzanian too. Yeah. I have also never seen a guy from Rwanda, a Rwandese, subscribing to my platform. With YouTube nowadays, inakupatia all the subscribers that you have. Yeah, very true. Kenyans, US, and maybe the other countries like that. There was a time that I used to have some guys from South Africa, some Pakistan, Nigerians. Maybe if I have more, I don't think they are more than 5. I think Nigerians mostly support their own Nigerians. I don't know what happens there. I don't know what really happens. But and the way we Kenyans, we really love to support Nigerians content. They should also support us so that we can grow. Mm. They should also support us. But the worst is all about our neighbors. Our Tanzanians should also come and subscribe to our platforms. But one day, one time, I'm going to go to Tanzania and do a lot of content to see if they can support my platform using the Swahili. You see, I see if they can really support me or they can, be part of my channel. But for Tanzania, I think it's because probably maybe English is a little bit complex for them. So, and Sheng, they don't really love Sheng. For Tanzanians, Sheng does not work very well for them. So, Karen, that's probably the reason why maybe you are not having in Tanzania. Nigerian, there was one, but he became too boring. Nigerians, I don't know what really happens with them, but they really support they really support their channels because they have a lot of channels. I think in terms of YouTube, Tanzania, the Nigerians have really dominated that market. They have really dominated that market. Yeah, Sweden too. The Swedish people are very cool and they really support. And there's other country, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, Pakistan. I have seen those guys. They have really also supported me on my platform, especially for my short videos. You get that those guys from those countries like they are Azerbaijan, those are the most views, and in the process they subscribe. Oh, you also found a guy who was boring from the Sweden. But one thing that I appreciate about the US, they are the ones that came up with the YouTube concept. Yeah, they are the ones that they came up with the YouTube concept, and so they really embraced the concept entirely. And so if they just find a good content via your platform, they just support you. For Chinese, I have never met a Chinese subscriber. Me, I don't know. And the way they are many, for Chinese, I have not really, found a subscriber from that region. Another guys that really, yes, okay. Other guys, yeah, Japanese. We have Nana, and I got her from your platform. She's a very cool lady, and I love the way she's doing her videos. But for Chinese, me, I haven't met any. Yeah, for Chinese, I haven't met any. And these guys, the Russians. Oh, Russians are also very supportive. Yeah, that's also another potential area that can really support your platform. I think when I started the channel, I got really quite a number of Russians that really subscribe to this platform. So everyone, guys, I always appreciate everyone who just come and who just support and subscribe, and even making a comment. I always appreciate. But all the same, tunafaa kunormalize, but there was one guy who was trying to be disrespectful to Nana. A guy from which country? Yeah, but one thing that I have realized with this platform, There are some guys who just come to your platform and maybe they just want to control everything, being disrespectful. Even some of African guys, they just come to your platform and they really want to mess up with your platform. So you see, now that's the worst. That's the worst. Mm. Because you see, at the end of the day, and maybe you might find that that guy, maybe he is a YouTuber or want to be, to have a platform in the future, and maybe he is disrespecting that girl. That one I don't take it lightly. In fact, whenever I see a guy maybe want to just come to my platform and just disrespect, I don't give them a lot of airtime. I don't give them a lot of airtime because most of them, they can really mess up your day. When he found out Nana was so young, akasema anariga na hana nyash, that was so long. That was so long. Mm, that was so long. Respect is a very, very critical thing. Despite one's age, despite uh, one's background, all these things. And I always feel so bad, especially when I see people, trading to disrespect others because of their age. But it's always disrespecting. Sijui bona. There are some people who are just there, they are nagging, they are disrespectful. There are some characters who are just like that. But the strategy is just one. Don't give them a lot of airtime. If they see that you are not giving them a lot of airtime, then it becomes hard for them to really be joining your life. Yeah. Anytime that they see that your life, maybe wanajitoa tu, they don't even come because you don't give them a lot of airtime. Yeah. Yeah, those guys that are very, very nagging. And the way these young guys, these young kids that are joining YouTube are very respectful. Because I have several in this platform, and I love really interacting with them. mm, at least giving them some tips, one or two, and they really feel that they are at home. mm. Like that girl, I think you know her, Karen. The girl that she was telling us that she is from the group of schools. Imagine now disrespecting such type of a girl who is just young and who is just passionate of being a YouTuber. We huvuka mipaka. Yeah. They are namkumbuka. Yeah. You see, like having that young girl and you just disrespect her via your platform, or you just go to her platform and you just disrespect her, that girl will never love you or will never like even your life in future. But there is a way that you can stay with them, and they just see you like a figure. Someone is looking onto someone as their figure. So it's always good to respect and to treat others so that they can feel that that's the best place where they belong. Mm? That's how I always take everyone. Yeah. So I have like several. Yeah, mentality yake ni dini yoyote anafaa kumpea attention. That one is long. That one is very, very long. Because at the end of the day, we should always respect others' privacy. We should always respect others' platforms. So there is Like when I come to your platform, I can never be controlling. When I come to your platform, I really want to respect you. I really want to, to appreciate what you are doing, because that should be the positive way that I should be able to support you. Mm. So anytime I come to your platform, I must speak of something positive to encourage you, to go that life and to do it again and again. But if my focus is all about you give me attention, I don't think that one will work for long. That one can never work for a long period of time. So we really need to respect women, we really need to respect others' platform, and let's keep on encouraging them, because at the end of the day, we always understand the kind of struggle tunapitia, especially when we are trying to create content. Yeah, content making or content creation, I think it's one of the hardest things, but we always underestimate it. Yeah, it's the only disrespectful YouTube I have ever met. Yeah, there are some guys who are just like that, but what should I say? Uh, the easiest thing and the best way to handle them, never give them attention. Never give them attention. Never give them attention. Let also let let him also understand that he is not so special that he should be given all the attention. And yeah, he said I will never get monetized. Those are the haters that we are having out here. But the good thing is that things are moving so fast, and he will also come and testify via your platform that you have been monetized. Mm. You see, now that's the thing with life. You don't want to see others succeed, but God's time is God's time, and there is nothing that we can do about God's time. So the only thing that we have to do is to appreciate others. And then too bad he got demonetized. You see now, because you really want your friend not to get there because you're already there. But on the other hand, God just brings up something. In the midst, you are confused, and everything now just starts from zero. Everything just starts from zero. So me, one thing that I always believe in is all about doing my best. Doing my best, respecting people, giving them positive vibes, and never down look on anyone or someone, because that should be my obligation. Never down look on anyone or someone, because I understand those are the same people that tomorrow will come and uplift me. Yeah, those are the same people that will come and uplift me. But whenever I don't respect others, God is still watching. God is still watching, and we should all realize that you know He is the equalizer of everything. God is the equalizer of everything. Hapo kwa don't look on people ni ukweli. Yeah, me, I don't do that. I'll never down look on people, because at the end of the day, the people that maybe you are trying to down look on, those are the same people that will be of great help to you tomorrow. So it's always good to respect others despite their situations. You know, maybe he thought that because he has already been monetized, he is going to be monetized forever. But you see, now he got demonetized in the process of trying to discourage you that you'll never be monetized. So And I always pray God that He'll never send me such type of people who always come and maybe try and discourage me. No, may such type of people never come on my way. Yeah? Never, never, never. May such type of people never come on my way. Always respect people, love them the way they are, appreciate them the way they are, because we can never be the same. We can never be the same. There is a guy who is doing a content about travel. Another one is doing about life. Another one is doing about, something else. So appreciate them the way they are. Our content can never be the same. Yeah. Leo mtu ako chini, utapata ameendelea. That's very true. That's very true. Kalen, I told you of a story that I always go and look for, those guys that we really used to school with them during our primary school. Because tomorrow, you never know. Those are the same guys that you are going to find in the village. Others may not even come out of that village. But when you retire and you go back to that village, those are the same guys who will be telling you, this is how now we do the things, this is where you can get this, you see. But if you don't look them, ole wako, I don't know what you are going to do in life. So it's always good to appreciate people the way they are. Even if you are going up, remember, there were some guys who probably one day they were up, but today, because maybe they reached a certain point and maybe they saw that they have reached, but at the end of the day, they just fall, and that was the end of them. So it's always good to appreciate others. It's always good to embrace others, and it's always good to always see others from the best version of them rather from the negative version of them. We are living in a very toxic society, whereby if current today you progress, I really want to see your downfall so that I can say, I knew Kalen won't go anywhere. But if we change our mindset, I'm very sure things gonna work better. And that should be our motive, to change our mindset, to love people as they are, to appreciate them as they are. Yeah. There is a storybook that we used to read about the haves and the haves not. And in this storybook, we really used to say that there are some people who really have, but they used to down look on the have nots. But now the have nots, they have, and those guys who really down looked onto them, today they have gone back to the category of have nots. So it's always good to balance. Even that day when you'll be down, or that day I'll be down, then from there you'll come and uplift me. Umewaisikia ile goma inaitwa East Side? East Side by who? East Side by who? Maybe I can check it here, because I'll be able to access YouTube. East Side. Is it by Biggie? Before even I check. Well, Biggie is the West Coast. Is it an American song or is it a Kenyan song? Yeah, that should be the easiest way to ask. That should be the search to East Side. Okay, East Side song. East Side song. Yeah, American song by Benny Blanco. Is it by Benny Blanco, Hasley and Carried? Is that song? This one I haven't heard. But I can see is Benny Branco. Yeah, that one. Okay. I don't know. I can play it here on the background because I have earphones. You see now the advantage of being a reseller of these things. You have everything. Oh, ni ya kitabu. I have not heard of this song. So let me just listen to it and hear the vibe. And it has 770 million. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, what is the main theme? What is the main theme about this song, Kalen? Because I am very sure you have really listened to it. What is the main theme? What is the main theme? Yeah, I can hear when we are young. Yeah, the theme is more about love, eh? But I love the background jam, you know. Mhm. I'm listening for the first time, but I really love it. I can see a very young lady here. I think he's talking about the first love, something of such. '17, we got a twin and we had a family. And then you reach a certain age that you have to take your life seriously, and yeah, yeah, that's now that point where I can hear the song. She's called Ashley. I can see Ashley. Yeah, very true, very true. It reaches a point where by now you have the bills to cater for. Hmm? So kitabu ulikuwa unasikia goma gani? Kitabu I really loved R&B's. R&B's was my thing. R&B's was my thing. And then I really loved the old school hip hop. And then the urban gospel. Those were my songs. Those were my songs. R&B's was the hit. Huh? R&B's was the thing of it. It was, you know, yeah, R&B's, Al Carey, T-Pain, those guys. Those were my songs. T-Pain, Al Carey, Maria Carey. Those are my songs, Carlin. And Locked Away. Very true. So for me, I was more locked to, those guys that really loved Kiss 100 when it was Kiss. Uh-huh. When Kiss was Kiss. In fact, my first love for the radio started all the way from Capital FM. There was a time that we really used to listen to Capital FM, And Capital FM was more of R&Bs. Then it really transited to Kiss FM. Then that's where now we locked away by Al City. Al City, I know him, but for hip hop, for the new hip hop, I have not really listened to them. But for me, if you ask me about anything, the 2000 R&Bs, the 1990s to 2000 R&Bs, there you can get me. And then when you talk about the old school, the old school kind of music, the hip hop, yeah. Brethren, I know it. Those were now my songs. Those were my songs. When R&Bs were R&Bs. Mm? R&Bs, when R&Bs were R&Bs. And then to me, I'm kind of old school. Even today, I really love the old school music. Hilo, of course. Can I be your hero, baby? Those were the songs, Carly. I know all those songs. And then I really loved Chris Brown. I really loved Chris Brown. Chris Brown was my guy. Especially when we used to have a lot of information about Chris Brown dating Rihanna. You can recall those days. Yeah, those were the songs. Those were the songs, and I really used to love all songs by Mariah Carey. And then now you can go now to the classic songs. Now you can go back to the classic songs. Like guys like Luther Vandross. I don't know if you know Luther Vandross, because that guy really stole my mind long time. Luther Vandross. Yeah, Trumpet by Chris Brown. That one, I mean. Luther Vandross. We also have this other guy. What was his name? Said I loved you, but I lied. What was his name? Maybe I check. Why am I forgetting his name and the way I loved Loyal? Loyal was the theme. Loyal was the theme. Loyal was the theme. Was the music theme. That was 2005, 2006. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Bolton. Yeah, that was the guy that was looking for, Michael Bolton. So I love Michael Bolton. I love a lot of Luther Vandross. So amazing. All those songs by Luther Vandross. Those are my songs. To me, any jam, but I haven't been listening to a lot of new jam in terms of. Yeah, very true. Those were now the songs, when songs were songs. When songs were songs. But now, when you come to the new jam, I'm not so. Yeah, Goodbye by Chris Brown. That one I know it. And then we had this song by, what was he called? Kerry Rowland. Kerry Rowland and Kerry Rowland. Jam by Kerry Rowland. With was it with T-Pain or with who? But I really used to love those jams. Yeah, songs by Beyonce, Chris Brown, Kanye. Yeah, Justin Bieber. I I think songs by Justin Bieber. I think most of them, he came and he hit. So resisting to listen to Justin Bieber was just one of the biggest mistakes. And so I have really also listened to Justin Bieber. But I love those older guys like the Alicia Keys, the Neo, Asha, Beyonce, Kanye. You know, Tupac Shakur. I'm the biggest fan of Tupac. I'm one of the biggest fan of Tupac Shakur. Uh, I also used to listen to Biggie. You know, when hip hop was hip hop. Yeah, when hip hop was hip hop. Yeah, a lot of songs. A lot of songs. One thing that music have really done unto us, oh, especially us the millennials. Yeah, let me love you. You know, that was it 2018 2019 song. Yeah, that song went big. And then it was during that time now the Nigerian thing came into the picture. And then now we started now loving the Nigerian music. You know, because we also loved a lot of Nigerian music. Just 9:48 now Jalala. Oh, just it's still very early. Me most of the time me ulala at about 11. Yeah, at about 11. So hii kazi mi ufuga at 10, and then sasa nikishafuga at 10 now, from there now I can go home. You know, just relaxing. Just relaxing. Mm. Yeah. The older ones really used to, really had some very good vibes and very unique kind of messages. Justo, lakini saa Justo niko almost kufuga. You know, in 11 minutes time I'll be done and dusted. Yeah, I'll be done and dusted. Then Kalen, then I was telling you, now we went to, we shifted to Nigerian music. Nigerian also came and carried all the way our mind. Apart from Nigerian, we also saw an upsurge of the bongo music. Eh? Bongo music also came and really influenced us in one way or another. Yeah, treat you better. That was another good vibe. You know, music have really changed, and it has really given us a lot of information. Treat you better. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, treat you better. This song was by, is it Sheerland? No, it was by Shawn Mendes. Yeah, it was by Shawn Mendes. Of course, Ed Sheeran, and that was another big guy. He was almost like JB, Justin Bieber. But the Gen Z, like I have my niece who is a Gen Z, she really understood about this one, Ed Sheeran songs, Justin Bieber. You know, these young guys. Mm, those young guys. But for our case, me, I'm still mired in 1990s to 2000 songs. Those were my songs. But over time, you have to keep on changing with time. Over time, I have I have come and selected some of the few songs, maybe some of the few bongo songs that really made sense. Also, yeah, let's say most of the bongo songs, and maybe some of we call them pop music. I think some of the pop music that really made sense. Do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? What makes you? Yeah. Those were the songs. Guys, we are still trying to remember some of the key songs that really used to make us, feel more alive. Music has been very, very instrumental about the way we think, about the way we treat others, you know. And there was time that music really used to matter a lot. Mm. But nowadays, the industry really revolutionized in such a way that the industry have really revolutionized in such a way that we are having a lot of DJs. Now they just put all that music at a go, and then instead of, I love the way we used to, to even request some music. Hmm? The way we even used to request some music in our radio stations, just to listen to that music from the first word up to the last word, and you could even, master even the band, the entire instrument that were being played in that music. But today, the DJs have come, they have really, tried to, even the music that really used to make sense, they are even cutting it forever and always. Yeah, that was another great song. mm, Forever and always. And that song, I think it was also part of, the main idea was from Luther Vandross. Yeah, the main ideas was from Luther Vandross. And one also thing that I really realized is that now when you go to most of these reading music that had really came up, most of these songs were coming from the love music that we used to listen to, and then now the reggae artists or the rhythm artists, let me just say rhythm artists, most of them, they really used like to take, but they do it in a rhythm way or in a reggae version, and those music really used to, to have a lot of taste. They really used to have a lot of taste. They really used to have a lot of taste. Yeah, but music, oh, music. I listened to one of the greatest Tanzanian artist. Unfortunately, he passed on I think he passed on 2018. Uh, and that guy really used to do music. You know, the we used to call them zilizopendwa. Hmm? Zilizopendwa, and this guy really did a lot of justice. He's called Lemi Ongala. Karen, I don't know if you have ever listened to some of the Swahili song by Lemi Ongala. I think if you haven't, I bet you should. I bet you should. There is a lot about to learn from Lemi Ongala. He really does put a lot of taste in music, and he really, the lifestyle that you are living as African. That was the main name of Lemi Ongala. I have never listened to. I have never li, I have never nilisikia tu za Diamond. Now before Diamond, we really had the legends such as Lemi Ongala. I think you should listen to some of his songs. He really, his songs really have a lot of advice. Yeah, his songs really have a lot of Kama You Are My African Beauty. Yeah, I know those songs by Diamond. Diamond came, he really did music, and I think in the process of doing music, things get more better, and in the process, the type of music that you used to enjoy from, you know, from him, just came to an end. Because really nowadays I'm not even so much bothered on listening to most of his songs. In fact, I really love his competitor, Harmonize, because I can feel a lot of taste from his music. But most of new songs from Diamond, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know really what happened. But there is a time that he used to release classic songs. Yeah, those songs, Nataka Kulewa, Mbagala, what else? African Beauty, Tandale, all those songs. And he also did an album, A Boy from Tandale, During those time, he really used to have a lot of good music with a lot of good tastes. But all of a sudden, oh, yeah, things started going south. I don't know really what happened. I think money came, and maybe the creativity, you know, the creativity is still there, but now the way the classic, there is a song that you can say it's a classic song. This is a song that you can listen over and over and over once again, and the song still have that breath, that have taste in terms of the words, the choice of words, and something of sort. But today, came and he changed. Of course, he no longer, he is just trying to make some hit song, and then the hit song dies, and then now he start looking for another hit song. But all the same, uh, music is a very, very great component in our society. It gives us very different perspective, and that's one thing that I love about this guy, Lemmy Ongala songs. He really gives us about detailed perspectives about the way our societies operate, the way we see life, the way we should understand life, and the way that we should handle life. Those were the key messages that Lemmy Ongala really used to, really used to focus on. And even today, his music is still legendary music. And I suppose that you should one day, one time, just listen to his songs, and probably have his perspective, and you are going to learn a lot from him. Mtu halazimishwi kupenda na anapenda mwenyewe. Yeah, there is a time the Bogo artists really used to have good vibes, but with time, money is like power. There is one day Uhuru Kenyatta once said that if you really want to know the true measure of a man, give him power, and then it's a Kenyan song, I think, mtu halazimishwi kupenda. Yeah, that one is by that song, mtu halazimishwi. The lyrics are not yet coming on my mind. The lyrics are not coming on my mind. But for Kenyan songs, I grew up, loving a lot of Issa songs. There is a time that Issa was the national anthem. There is a time that Issa was the national anthem for us. Wow, those were the times. Those were the times, and we really have to keep on appreciating each and every day because things are changing so fast. Things are changing so fast. So money, I was saying, money is like power, and there is this quote that Uhuru Kenyatta used to use a lot. That if you really want to know the true measure of a man, just give him power. Same. If you really want to know, you know, uh, the long-lasting impact of an individual, let that individual have money, and then you are going to. Oh, I think that song we are talking about is all about Otile Brown. Yeah, he also did very good songs, and I think he's still making some hits even up to date. So it's all about, yeah, it is. Basi usiniguze wakati wangu ni wewe, mimi ni yule tuliyesoma kidato kimoja. Kidato Kimoja was also a hit song during those days. It really used to do well. I think during those times I was in high school. Yeah, Otile Brown really does some very good vibe music. And also we have another guy by the name Mandy. Is it Mandy or Mendy? I think Mendy. And then we really used to have these guys by the South Soul. South Soul, when they were doing songs as a group, they really used to do, their best. And also this other group, Kuriza Kiatu, yeah, Dusuma really took Otile to a different level. Dusuma was one of the greatest songs by Otile. So those are some of the songs, Carlin, that I'm telling you, we really have to listen to, because they are of new generation, and they really make sense when it comes to, maybe to the themes of love or to the matters of, care, some sort of, yeah, Sauti Sol, Masomo, yeah, short and sweet was your favorite. Me, I love them when they sang Masomo, Soma Soma Kijana, something of such. They remain so unique. They remain so unique. And then we had also these other guys, Uriza Kiatu. I don't know what we used to call them, but we used to call them, it was also a group. Hmm? And Karen, I can also bet that you can remember during those days when we used to have guys such as the group such as Camp Mula. Camp Mula. We have come from a very long way, guys. We have come from a very long way, guys. But the most important thing is all about appreciating time. Yeah, umenikaria chapati nafanya vituko kama chizi. Which one now is that one? Yeah, and then with the time, now we had a lot of revolution. Now we came to the Gen Z music, Aguka Nayo. Yeah, Aguka Nayo. Those guys very creative. But there are some other songs from the Gen Z movement that really, to me, sura yako ni mzuri yeah. Hiyo ni Sauti Sol. So a lot of songs, very motivating and very captivating. Very motivating and very captivating. Sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama. That song, they really had done their homework well. They had really done their homework very well. Sauti Sol na Wanabuja. Yeah, you got it. I used to listen to them. Colin. And there was a time that I really used to buy a lot of CDs. When I'm talking about CDs, I'm talking about the compact discs. And I used to buy them each and every time I could hear a new song. I have a friend. Who is also one of my greatest fan in this channel. He really used to alert me, hata leo nimetoka soko na ingine like those songs. I really used to go with time. Okay. I really used to go with time. He could go to the market, bring me the newest, DJ mix. Until now, we got our. What do we call it? Until now, we got to the point where we are. That Wi-Fi started come. Wi-Fi started just like a joke. Wi-Fi came, and all of a sudden, the CD business died. The CD. But even today in my house, I have volumes and volumes of those compact discs. I no longer listen to them because anything that you just need, you just go to the Wi-Fi, you just listen to the song. A song that have been released maybe 5 minutes, so you are able to access it at a very very fast rate. So I think the way our technology is moving, things are changing so fast. Yeah, things went digital, and today, imagine even places as far as Joro, where Kalen is, they have Wi-Fi, and now we no longer need those compact discs. And even the gadgets that we are accessing today, those gadgets do not even have a place or a slot to put those compact discs, because they became almost obsolete. When Wi-Fi came into the market, the revolution in terms of innovation and creativity, information and technology. Wow, I always give credit where it's due. One of the programs that Uhuru government with Ruto did was all about digitization. I think, yeah, hakuna place, hakuna Wi-Fi. Yeah, that government, Uhuru Ruto, they really tried and did their best when it came to the issue of digitization. Though it started with Kibaki, but in terms of Wi-Fi, we have really accessed Wi-Fi during Uhuru Ruto. Uhuruto, we used to call them Uhuruto era, which was such a very good thing. But guys, now I really have to call it off because I really have to, to close this job, and I call it a day today, and probably say that tomorrow is another great day. And I always, guys, want to really appreciate you, to always thank and appreciate you guys for always being here, for always making our conversation keep on going. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much. Mulale poa. Let's meet tomorrow, same place, same time, God willing. And I really want to pray that may God meet all your needs, guys. So let's say until tomorrow, guys. I really want to say good night, guys, and may God bless you. So guys, let's meet tomorrow, and may you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you, guys, and bye to everyone, guys.